Welcome back to my little channel. I found an interesting piece of nonsense in the Dutch newspapers today. Apparently, fake news has made it all the way to the Netherlands. Because, I don't know why. I mean, if you believe in it, you might as well believe in it. I mean, if you're a PC culture idiot, then yeah, of course you're going to believe in fake news, because fake news is everything you don't want people to know. Never mind that what people don't want to know might actually be good for those people. But the funny part is this: there are two parties in the Netherlands who are actually trying to get people to combat fake news even by law. These two parties are the Christian Democratic Appel, CDA, and Democrats 66, the Democraten. Why is this so funny? Well, the CDA, Christian Democratic Appeal, has in the past shown a lot of flexibility in words like Christian and democratic. And for this, the electorate punished them. So, yeah, they lost quite a few votes in the House. It's not really called the House in the Netherlands, but in the Tweede Kamer, because of their wishy-washy, flip-flop attitude. And D66, once a firm advocate for the referenda, basically got punished for being as, well, weak-willed as CDA. Because for years, and not even years, decennia, D66 has been fighting to get the referenda into Dutch politics. And then when it finally got there, they tried 2 or 3 referendum, and people basically answered in the way that they didn't want them to answer, and therefore certain referenda were held 2, sometimes even 3 times. And eventually D66 is now fighting to remove the referendum from Dutch politics. Okay, but yeah, no, they're quite sure that fake news is their main problem, and they think that the PVV, which is the party of Geert Wilders, got big because of Russian bots, not because the people in the Netherlands are basically upset with the dishonesty of their politicians. No, it must have been Russian bots, because after all, you have a Christian party that doesn't care for its own citizens, but does look across the border to see what citizens in other countries they can help. And we have a Democratic Party that has fought for the referendum to be part of Dutch government, and now is fighting to get it out of Dutch government because they didn't like the way people voted. Yeah, I don't think we need Russian interference to get the two of you out of politics, CDA and D66. I really think that you should take a long, hard look in the mirrors and figure out where the hell you went wrong. Because let's be honest, I seriously cannot believe that Russia would be interested in Dutch politics. Hell, even the Dutch aren't interested in Dutch politics. Come on, get off it. And to make matters worse, they're actually complaining because the PVV became such a large party. But everyone knows that the PVV is a protest party. I mean, they probably never amount to much. I could be wrong, but the way I see it, even if they are the biggest party in the Netherlands, they will not amount to much, because the other political parties will simply ignore them. Now, how do I know this? Because at this point, they're the second biggest party in the Netherlands, and the other political parties are ignoring them. So, I don't really see how that's going to change unless they suddenly have, well, a majority vote all by themselves, which would be interesting, because I don't think we ever seen that in the Netherlands, because we are a coalition country. Political parties need to form coalitions. And the worst part is, if indeed the Russians would meddle in our elections, why would they do so? Would they do so out of a commercial thing? Would it be a free market sort of thing? that they are against? Because then they wouldn't help the PVV. Would it be because they are trying to bring back communism in a slightly different form? Because then they would still not help the PVV. I mean, if they are against market economy, they would probably help SP or GroenLinks, the Green Left. SP stands for Socialistic Party, by the way. If communism would be their end goal, or socialism would be their end goal, again, they would go for the SP. If an anti-European sound would be the end goal, then yeah, okay, maybe they would go for the PVV, or they could go for the Socialistic Party. I hope you're seeing a pattern returning here. There are a lot of parties that Russia seems to be more in tune with than the PVV. But hey, come on, we all know what the left is going. If anything happens that goes wrong in the world, if it's in America, or in the UK, or in France, or indeed, as this video proves, in the Netherlands, well, politicians will always know who's to blame. Because let's be honest, Russia did it. Who put a man on the moon? Well, the Americans. Okay. Why hasn't America gone to the moon since? Well, Russia. Okay. Big floods in Asia. Russia. Wars in Middle Eastern countries. Civil wars in Middle Eastern countries. Russia. Can we please move on with the whole fake news, Russia did it narrative? No one is believing it anymore. This is not about whether something is fake news or not. This is about whether they want you to know something or not. D66 doesn't want you to be remembering how they once fought for the referendum and are now fighting against it. The Christian Democratic Appeal doesn't want you to realize that they are as Christian as, well, let's name someone. Amon Amarth? No, not Amon Amarth. Amon Ra. Amon Ra? I'm terrible with names. Or Thunderfoot. Or The Amazing Atheist. Yeah, they're about as Christian as the CDA is in the last decennia. But at least they're honest about saying that they're not Christian. Now, personally, I don't care. I'm not a Christian. I'm not against Christians. I am, however, against D66 and the CDA. Because they are wishy-washy. They are flip-flop politicians. They are the sort of guys that will tell you what they feel once they know what the populace wants them to feel. There is something seriously wrong with politics in the world today, especially in Europe. Welcome to European Union of Socialistic States. I think that's the best way to say it. Or the EUSS. Well, I could put an R behind it for ESUSSR. Yeah, I'm rambling. I know I am. So I'm going to call it quits. Like, share and subscribe if you feel that you agree with me. Or, well, at least subscribe if you feel you disagree with me. But please let me know why you disagree down below. Because you know what? You might be right. I might be wrong. After all, I'm no more than the next guy. And I hope to see you all next time.